Okay, everyone, the last video was long, so I'm going to try and make this one shorter. This is intro to argumentative essays, everyone. So during the next few weeks, we're going to start a step-by-step process to write an argumentative essay on the topic of education. So there will be different topics you can choose from, and we're going to try and actually write this essay in weeks 7 or 8, depending on how much we do in the next few weeks. So your argumentative essay is not due this week. It's something that we're going to build on step by step, okay? I think that you might have options, to write different topics. So some questions we might choose are, should college be free? Or what is the best way to educate students? And also, does college adequately prepare students for their career? So we have articles on all of these. This week's article is about free college tuition. Last week's article was called What True Education Should Do, right? And this could be a way for you to answer what is the best way to educate students. And also, we have a question that's for an article that we're going to read next week about how college prepares students for their career. So for the essay, you just choose one of these questions. You won't have to talk about all of them, okay? So just students, I just do this so to give students options. Maybe you have a different interest or something that you want to write about more. So these are kind of 3 topics we're going to look at in the next few weeks. Well, we already looked at one. We already looked at what true education should do. The basic structure of an argumentative essay. An argumentative essay usually has a clear main idea in the introduction or even in the title, right? So for example, from the article, What True Education Should Do, one of the main ideas is true education is about allowing students to use and develop the knowledge they already have, for example. So all argumentative essays have an argument in them in the introduction, they might say we should eliminate the death penalty, or something like gun laws should become stricter in the United States, or something like, some kind of argument, whatever argument you choose, So another argument is college should be free, in the United States. Here's why, and kind of explain that argument, okay? Then the body paragraphs of an argumentative essay have evidence or information from sources, from other articles or videos or material that helps support and explain your argument, right? So this is just the most common kind of essay in college. So remember the Texas paragraph structure. This is great for an argumentative essay because we have clear ideas in the paragraphs and clear information that helps support our ideas. So remember, if I'm going to argue that college should be free, I need to have information from a source to help me argue that, right? So that's a really key part of an argumentative essay. So this week, you can practice looking at the Newsella article and the PBS video on YouTube to get information for your argument. So that's something everyone should think about. We're starting the process of let's get information for our argument. Okay, also argumentative essays have a clear conclusion that usually restates or explains your main idea, your argument in a new way. So one example, everyone, of a really short argumentative essay is What True Education Should Do. And you know that the author, Sidney Harris, uses information from famous people like Socrates or William Hawking, right? So Sidney Harris doesn't just use their own ideas. They use quotes or information from other people. So we're practicing the main idea right now for our argumentative essay in this week's discussion post. So in this week's discussion post, you can practice expressing a basic argument. So you're going to be answering the question, should college be free? So when answering the question, make sure to use a quote from this week's article or video that can help support your opinion and your argument. So that's the most important part of an argumentative essay, everyone. I'm reading this last sentence here. You need to use information from sources to support your argument. So we can't just say, college should be free, so I don't have to pay for it. No, we have to explain why free college would benefit us or society with information from something that we read. So this week there are two materials, a Newsella article and a PBS YouTube video where we can try and get information for our future argumentative essay. I hope everyone understands that. Please feel free to send me an email or meet with me on Zoom if you have any questions. So here are the materials. Here is the article we're going to be reading from Newsella, right? So when you read that article, what information do you see that's interesting about why free college is good, why it would work, or maybe why it wouldn't work? And then here you can see this is a PBS video on YouTube where the author or the person speaking discusses like, is free college as good as it sounds? So here are like two important sources we can use in our essay when we write it in week 7 or 8. So in like 3 weeks. So we have 3 weeks to be working on this, everyone. Don't panic. You have time to work on this. So when reading the article and watching the video, look for information that can help support and explain your opinion about free college tuition. Then use this in your discussion post to help you explain your ideas. So I hope everyone understands that. Okay. All right, there's a short mini lesson this week. We're just working on expressing our opinion this week with information from the sources. I'm very excited, everyone, about everything you've learned in this course so far. Really looking forward to reading your ideas about free college and education in general. Of course, as always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns this week, and contact me whenever you need to. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great week.